Yellowstone is over, but drama continues, my friends. Drama always continues. This time, we are making a deep dive into the recent feud between Hauser and Taylor Sheridan, the infamous fight that broke out of coffee. Yes, you heard it right. These two grown-up men sued each other over coffee, and I don't think I'll ever get over this. So, let's talk about all the details that we know about the case so far. It all began when Cole, who, as all of you know, plays Rip Wheeler, and Taylor, the so-called mastermind behind the Yellowstone empire, found themselves at odds in ways that were nothing short of dramatic. The main crisis happened in 2023 when Taylor's Bosque Ranch filed a lawsuit against Cole's coffee company, Free Reign, for allegedly infringing on the trademark. The issue was, of course, none other than the logos. Apparently, the brand design for Free Reign looked too similar to that of Bosque Ranch, which, as you can imagine, set off alarm bells for Taylor and his legal team. Now, I know we're talking about coffee here, but when it's a multi-million-dollar business built on the back of a wildly successful show like Yellowstone, apparently, even the smallest branding misstep can become a massive issue. Like, yes, I still find it somewhat funny that this whole drama started over coffee, but I also get that Taylor's Ranch was established as a brand that brought authentic cowboy culture into the homes of millions. And I understand that that's not something you can easily take lightly, but let me know what you think of this drama over coffee. Do you think Taylor is right in suing Cole? For me, this lawsuit was shocking, especially since I was used to seeing them work side by side on the show. But that's the thing about Hollywood, isn't it? Things often aren't as glamorous behind the scenes. The lawsuit claimed that Free Reign's logo, with its F and R, was too close to Bosque Ranch's B and R intertwined design. Here are the two logos side by side. Do you think they are similar enough to get confused? Let me know in the comments. In a world where identity and branding are everything, the dispute couldn't be brushed aside. Taylor wasn't just trying to protect a brand, he was also defending his own vision of Yellowstone. And for Cole, a man with his own drive and desire to succeed, the situation was just another business challenge. Like, none of us would think that Cole would give up over such a case, right? I mean, both men are known for their intensity, and this confrontation proved that even their friendship and partnership had its limits. But here's the kicker. This wasn't their first major encounter between these two men. In fact, based on what we know today, it wouldn't be so wrong to claim that they have a weird competition between the two that they cannot overcome. Apparently, before the coffee drama unfolded, these two had already gone head-to-head in a more physical way. Yeah, you heard that right. Hauser and Taylor Sheridan had a literal fight. In 2022, Cole admitted in an interview with Men's Journal that when he met Taylor for the second time, things escalated quickly. They got into a tussle, a fight that Cole described as not entirely uncommon for him, given his history of being involved in bar fights. He explained the incident as follows. Does a bear shit in the woods? I've probably been in one on every continent. I don't think there's anything wrong with fighting. Sometimes I'm just tired of words, so let's beat the shit out of each other. He went on to explain that for him, fighting was a way to release frustration and to move on by saying, maybe at the end of it, you'll buy me a Guinness and I'll buy you a Bushmills, and we'll be done. As surprising as that might sound, for Cole, it was just a way to bond. And he made it clear that these moments don't necessarily indicate hostility. Well, personally, I somehow struggle to believe in that, but let me know what you think. According to Cole, after the dust settled, they ended up becoming close friends. They both shared the same work ethic, the same desire to create something authentic, and the same no-nonsense approach to life. Cole even said these words during an interview on Ryan Russillo's podcast. He's a really intense guy. He's very focused. He's not unlike me. I think we kind of complement each other because we both give a shit. Apparently, that mutual respect and intensity created a strong bond between the two, one that would eventually lead them to work through their differences even after the fight. Personally, I find it odd that these two men not only had a physical fight, but also sued each other at one point. And I find all these even more odd when I think about how Taylor Sheridan attempted at taking over Yellowstone with his character Travis in Season 5 finale. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to me, some of the scenes felt like Taylor was trying to steal the shine of Rip, aka Hauser. Rip basically had no role in the final season of the show whatsoever. He had 2 long conversations, and one of them was praising Travis. That was it. Plus, Travis basically convinced Rip's wife Beth to play strip poker with him. I mean, if this is not an insult to Rip, I don't know what is. And yes, in light of all these, I can't help but sensing somewhat of a jealousy and power struggle between the two men. But let me know what you think. As you can expect, the legal trouble wasn't something that could be easily smoothed over with a drink, and it quickly escalated into a much more public issue. The lawsuit, filed in November 2023, was a serious matter. Bosque Ranch wasn't just trying to protect its logo, it was protecting its business. With the massive popularity of Yellowstone, Taylor's ranch had become synonymous with the cowboy lifestyle that Yellowstone had helped immortalize. Free Rein, on the other hand, was using a similar look and feel to market its products, which did put them in a tough spot. Fans of Yellowstone would be forgiven for thinking it was all just part of the branding. After all, everything from the show's logo to the coffee cups featured that same rustic, rugged vibe that was so core to the show's identity. And yet, Cole's coffee brand continued to grow. He continued promoting Free Rein, even after the lawsuit was filed, further testing his relationship with Taylor. There were even rumors that this legal battle was more than just about logos. It was about something deeper, something personal. After all, there's no denying that the coffee industry is fiercely competitive, especially when you've got two prominent figures like Taylor and Cole involved. Still, despite all the drama, the lawsuit was dismissed quietly in early 2024. Yes, you heard it right. The exact details of the settlement aren't public, but it seems like both men were able to work out their differences behind closed doors. I can't help but think that this whole ordeal was just another bump in the road for the two of them. Both men so fiercely protective of their brands, their businesses, and their values. After all, these are two men who built empires, both on-screen and off. And I can't imagine they'd let something like a lawsuit get in the way of what they had created. And here's the thing. Despite everything that's happened, and my suspicions on the two men's power struggle, I think it's clear that Taylor and Cole respect each other too much to let their differences completely ruin their relationship. They may fight, they may disagree, but in the end, it's about the work. And personally, I can get behind that. Plus, we know that Cole will continue to star as Rip in the Yellowstone franchise, so it is clear that he is still okay with working with Taylor, which is worth something. For more weekly updates on the Yellowstone franchise and its actors, make sure to like and follow. For more details on the upcoming Yellowstone releases, watch the video on the screen.